Welcome, friends, to the Gaijin Animation Appreciation Hour with your hosts, Sig Bisley and Colt Mauser. Before we get started, please be sure to like this video and subscribe for more content just like this. Now, let the animation appreciation commence.
We're back, ladies and gents. Mostly gents.
I was going to say, come on now.
Let's be real. We're here again, after missing last week, to waste another hour of your life. But we got a good one this week. We're going to go over the immortal, classic, Ghost in the Shell, original.
Yeah. We went from the worst Masamune Shirow related thing to the best. Well, arguably the best. But.
It's the end of Shiro Road, if you will. The inevitable conclusion. I got a fantastic question for Sig this week. Bunch of new stuff came out. We'll go over. Was there anything else?
New episodes of things. The Exodite.
Oh, yeah.
So
we were catching up on some Warhammer Plus action.
Which I know, a lot of hate and discontent for Warhammer Plus, but the Exodite's pretty
animation, dope. Like 3 episodes, but the animation got really good. I mean, for them. It's not.
Well, it's basically a half hour. So
it's not Metalocalypse Flash from like 2003 anymore.
Well, Hammer Bolter still looks like that, but it's all right. It is what it is.
Hammer Bolter's remarkably lad, but kind of funny, so I let it slide.
Yeah. Anyway, you know what's first.
Da news.
All right, we got news. Lots of news. I didn't go back multiple weeks for tons of news, so forgive me. First, we're going to talk about Elon Musk takeover. No, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about anime-related news.
I can hear the ringing from here. You don't need to talk about it.
We will talk about Netflix a little bit because there's some Netflix-related anime news and some laughing at Netflix, which is always good to do. First up, though, something not to laugh at, although you can laugh at the original episode. Cuckroos Doanes Island. So there's a trailer now. Pretty fucking hype.
Man, every week they're giving us a little trickle.
Check it out. They've announced some more cast members. I mean, it's for people that nobody knows or cares about, so we ain't going to worry about who they are. But yeah, the main thing is the trailer. Go check that shit out, man.
I already did. It's fantastic.
Going to be good.
It's still just so bizarre to me that they're even doing such a thing.
Yeah, they have this weird thing where, like, I mean, Gundam's always had slightly loose continuity with early UC stuff, like on the movies or the show. Supreme, like, does it really matter? Not really, unless you're a really big fan of that guy with the Gan, or the Gan in general, actually.
Oh, Gan's a cool design.
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of corny.
It's so not appearing in the,
but it's fun
in the movies.
It's like a giant knight in shining armor.
It's kind of cool, man. I kind of like it. I built the high grade back in the day, but anyway.
Yeah, I think I got one somewhere.
This is like Gundam Origin related because it really is an animation of like, the Gundam Origin version of this, but
yeah.
You can even see it because, like, Bright's got the blue uniform instead of all tan.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
So that's what it is. But, it's like the Char's Gundam Origin, the Gundam Origin series, which was more Char-related. There's nothing there that really contradicts the original series. I mean, it is, but it isn't. There's some stuff in the original series where it's like, oh, my God, it's the first time anybody's seen a mobile suit. They worked around that with, like, that's not really a mobile suit. This is a mobile suit. Like,
oh yeah, they were lawyers speaking it.
Yeah, it was a little cheesy. But
that's just a giant construction, man.
It didn't matter because Gundam Origin is great. Anyway, check it out. Cuckroos Doanes Island trailer out there. It's on YouTube, full free. Check that shit out. All right, next up, another good news, and this is good Netflix news because I'm assuming this will be on Netflix. Love, Death, and Robots, Volume 3. Coming out May 20th.
I don't think I've even seen 2 yet.
I haven't even seen
1 was really
yet.
fucking good though. So
I'm in.
Oh, that's what you were holding us up because me and Sean watched 1, and then we were gonna watch 2, but we were waiting for you to watch 1, and now we're 2 behind. Thanks a lot.
That's what I do. Hey, we watched Robot Carnival, so
fucking up my day.
Getting somewhere. Anyway, May 20th, the year of our Lord 2022. You can watch all 3 volumes on Netflix, assuming Netflix still exists.
It'll be fine. Somebody buy them out.
Moving on in kind of wacky news. There is... Apparently this existed before, but now there's going to be a new run of the Nausicaa Kabuki stage play.
Oh, my God. Then with their Kabuki stage plays.
Japan just does the craziest stuff. I imagine this is on like a a pedestal in a mall somewhere.
Kabuki is fucking fascinating.
It's fascinating.
Have you ever seen like the background, how they do it? It's like so weird.
It's very cool.
Everybody wear black pants and dance around in the dark with puppets.
Yes. So
it's basically it.
December 2019.
A lot of Koto.
So the previous one was like, yeah, of course. The last one was December 2019. So they're doing it again. They're going back to the well. So I guess if you missed it the first time around, now's your chance. Get your ass to Tokyo. Watch yourself Nausicaa Kabuki stage
It's
play.
weirdly awesome that kind of stuff makes money.
I mean, I'd suggest a bit to a lot of sake before you go do that, but yeah,
Of course.
you do you. Whatever you got to do. All right, moving on from wacky Kabuki news.
You can't get blazed over there. You go directly to jail for life.
So this is some interesting-ish, slightly unfortunate. Don't really care that much, but some people probably do news. So the Mario movie, which
This is not relevant.
can't believe this exists, but the Mario movie did get pushed to April 7th next year, so 2023.
Would that be the Chris Pratt one?
I can see Chris Pratt right here. He has not been canceled off of my screen yet.
He's uncancelable.
Well, pretty much.
He's reached the upper echelons of uncancelable.
You got Anya Taylor-Joy, who is just she's a very attractive. But
it's the chick in the
woman.
Northman.
Yep.
Oh man, my dick cannot get any harder for that movie.
It does look good. Yeah, you got Charlie Day. Because I mean, of course you have Charlie Day. Why would you not have Charlie Day? In
Yeah,
movie?
basically.
Jack Black. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. So Seth Rogen, unfortunately, that's going to be the unfortunate.
He's
cast
like
member.
a tick, man. You just can't get him out of your movies.
And Keegan-Michael Key making that money, looking very happy all the time with the amount of money he's putting in his pocket.
I love that guy.
I do love that guy. He is definitely the more chill and less asshat version of Key and Peele. Jordan Peele
just like leaned into.
He leaned into Idpol when he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Even though his first movie was good, I thought it was good. Get Out was pretty cool. Had one of the best 80s endings in a non-80s movie.
Everything he's done since then is like a worse version of that, basically.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing.
He peaked early, as in the first movie.
All right, so moving on from the Mario news, and more like, this is not surprising, but it's merchandising in Japan. So what are you gonna do? There's gonna be Naruto Jordans apparently.
Oh, do they have the fucking metal headband things on them?
I don't know. There's no pictures that I could see yet.
They
but
better.
It's now granted. Don't get too excited. They're not based on like Jordan 1s or 2s or 3s or something people might actually want to buy. They're based on Jordan, Zion, Williamson, like
whatever
ones. Yeah. So don't get all that excited. But hey, still pretty cool.
I'll take it.
Still pretty cool. I mean, the sweatshops and children that probably make the shoes, not so cool. But hey, some more merch for you merch fiends to buy. Get on it. Buy next product. Consume product.
Are they going to be in Japanese sizes or big American sizes?
It looks like it's an American collab, but not 100% on that.
They're not as different as you, because I have some T-shirts from Japan, and they're not that bad.
I think
it's like one size up, really.
I think Jordan does like global releases on a lot of stuff, so it's just not gonna.
Yeah, it's all.
It'll have all the sizes. Like the tongue of the shoe probably has all the sizes on it.
Oh, I hate European shoes. Because it's like a 45.
Oh,
like
I don't know. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about the goddamn metric system.
It's fucking irritating.
I don't want to hear about it.
I'm 11, goddamn it.
I don't even want to hear about it. All right, moving on. Free anime. More free anime for you to watch. So,
it's free for you to
apparently,
feel.
well, not completely free. So, if you have YouTube Premium.
That's not free at all. Lie.
Yeah, mostly free. I'm sure it'll be available in many places.
Who the fuck has YouTube Premium? Jesus H. Christ.
People that want to watch YouTube without the screen on, or listen to YouTube without the screen on.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, that's one of the things. That's how they get you.
Yeah, but
I
you could just have a free Spotify account to do that, because like
a lot of stuff is there.
Almost everything
fair
does
enough.
an audio version on Spotify.
Anyway, Studio Colorido is doing their 10th anniversary online film festival. And there was another film festival we were talking about a couple weeks ago. I don't remember which one it was, but that one was on for free. This one is on YouTube Premium, May 6th and 7th. And they're going to be screening a bunch of stuff for free on there. So
I like it.
Penguin Highway, Burn the Witch, Susume, Carolina. I don't know these, but hey, man, you get some free. Let me tell you, some of my best memories of back in the day was watching random ass anime that I had no idea what it is.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what it is.
I love when something's a complete surprise,
especially when it's shorts or even if it's like a movie. Like it's just cool, And you get to see some really interesting, like
weird,
expressive shit, right? Like I like that a lot.
Super stylized.
I'd watch something called Burn the Witch. Seems kind of cool.
Sounds metal, right?
So, your mother was a witch. She was burned alive.
That's what they tell me.
Anyway, continuing on, we'll move away from Diamond Head, not King Diamond. I almost said King Diamond.
Now it's stuck in my head.
I know, that's what you get.
I'll be humming it the rest of the day.
That was the intent. Good cover by Metallica, too.
One of the few old songs I still remember how to play.
Yeah, it's a good tune. All right, so more random merchandising and the fact that how big the manga industry is in Japan and how they will adapt anything. They're doing manga adaptations of The Mandalorian and of the what the hell was that? Star Wars Visions.
Oh, that's cool.
Which Visions was cool as hell.
Oh god, it's like the best Star Wars thing in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I'm serious. Wah, wah, wah.
I mean, it sounds like it's just straight adaptations and not original stories. But hey, who knows? It's still something cool.
Fun.
I think Japan still does this kind of stuff. Like America used to do this all the time. You'd have comic book adaptations of everything.
Oh yeah,
every movie. And
I
everything.
would love to read like the manga adaptation of The Mandalorian. It's probably like mad clean,
fascinating, right?
Yeah, right.
Good artwork. I'm in. Anyway, moving on, and I should have actually backed this up with the other news.
Back that shit up.
So now I'm going back in time. Studio Colorado. They have signed a deal with Netflix to do 3 feature-length films. Now, again, if Netflix continues to exist. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. Don't freak out. Yes, you will still have access to cuties in the near future if that's your predilection. And shame on you if it is.
I'm sure you could just download it on the internet.
Yeah, you probably do that too. So anyway, Studio Colorado, they're going to be doing 3 movies with Netflix. So again, this is the kind of thing, right? Go check out the little film festival, however way you can, right? Online, they'll certainly be available. And then if it's good, now you got 3 movies you can look forward to on Netflix. So this was the kind of thing, man. Again, back in the day, that was the way to go, right? Like, yeah, okay, now you could fire up Crunchy or the High Seas or whatever and just pick all the best of the best anime. But I don't know. I like finding some of the weird shit sometimes.
It's a good showcase.
Because a lot of the best, quote unquote, gets samey. Nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you got to pick your flavor. It's like, okay, I like Black Clover. I like One Piece. I like Naruto.
Well, it's like,
I like Demon Slayer, but it gets kind of okay.
Remember when America comics were good and they used to do one-shots to like kick off a new character? Those were always super fun. I bought every single one that I could get my hands on just because it's like, this is cool. It's like a couple bucks. It might pop off. You'd have like whatever his first appearance. It was great. It was very like, that was our version of like Shonen Jump, basically. You know what I mean?
So anyway, yeah. Always my recommendation. Go when you have a chance to watch something that's just, you're not making a choice to like watch a very specific thing that you know about or research or heard about.
Oh yeah, it gets you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, and you watch some random stuff, you'll find yourself surprised. And we're finding that less and less in the modern world.
Everything's so fucking homogenized.
Yeah,
now,
and you're kind of just picking, and it's just.
Listen, get excited for product.
Gets exciting, yeah. Go talk to Red Letter, right? All right, so last bit of news. I hinted at this at the beginning. Netflix is just hemorrhaging subscribers. They lost 200,000 in quarter 1. They're probably going to lose another 2 million in quarter 2. And this is why you're seeing them float things like, oh, we got to do advertising, or we got to do different tiers, or we got to crack down on people sharing accounts. Like, that's not the signs of a healthy company. That's the signs of a failing company.
They've been failing for like many years.
They took that moonshot of just throwing endless money.
Oh, it was like billions. It was like a few billion
to
dollars.
make movies.
No, it was $8 billion if I remember.
And I don't know if everything that came out was a banger and like the best thing you've ever seen, I don't think that was going to work even then. it certainly was not going to work when there were very mediocre results where like some stuff was good, some stuff was absolutely terrible. Most of it was poorly written. Like,
Yeah,
why are you doing more seasons of Umbrella Academy? No one needs them. After season 2 was so bad, you should have just stopped.
Season 2 was mediocre.
But that's...
They tried to cram... It would have been fine if they didn't try to cram in, like, stupid shit.
But that's what they do all the time. They bait and switch. The first season's good, and then it gets a lot of people involved. And then the second season, like, let's push the garbage and not pay the writers this time around.
As far as I know, I could be wrong. Don't get mad at me. But I think the actual comic was just the first season. Because it was like a very, it was like a encapsulated thing. It wasn't like it's, fucking volume 100.
And that happens too.
So I think the second season was, they just did the same thing.
We're all familiar with Game of Thrones and what happens when you're out of source material.
Yeah. They did.
Stuff can go off the goddamn rails.
They did the same thing.
Yeah. Or, I know this will get me some heat. The first Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, yeah.
I think that went to garbage after they lost source material. I like Brotherhood so much more, but I know that some people feel exactly the opposite. But
really,
yeah,
that weird Shambhala blah blah bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Like, that was dumb.
Not a fan at all.
That was dumb. The movie sucked. I can't. Yeah, I mean, the only reason they did the second one, like they redid it, is because the first one sucked. Like,
yeah, my only complaint is the first one.
I should say the first one sucked. After they ran out of source material, it just kind of...
The first one made them move too quickly through the first part of when they redid it because they had already done it, but it's like, I kind of wish it could just be standalone as good because like the beginning part that overlaps with Brotherhood is better in the original. Not a lot better, but it's better. It's a little better.
You could
paced.
probably figure out what episode and just like watch up to it.
Oh, you definitely can.
Do it like
you can Lotus Ward if you want.
Yes, I was gonna say Lotus Ward did that. It's like watch till like episode 7, then switch to this.
Yeah, then switch to Chronicles of the Heroic Knight, right? Because then it gets better.
Which is cool.
Although the original and that's cool too, so it's cool to see a standalone. It's just Chronicles of the Heroic Knight has a soft spot in my heart.
It does.
Anyway, that's the news.
New stuff.
Yeah, so what'd you watch?
We
watched Shield Hero. Shield Hero is still going. It's still doing what it do.
Yeah.
Not much to say.
They're fighting that turtle.
They fought the giant turtle. They beat the giant turtle, maybe. Because I don't think they actually beat the giant turtle yet.
Nah. That chick's still alive.
Ost Horai.
It's a funny character, though. Kind of like it.
It's an interesting concept.
Love After World Domination is just, I don't need to explain it. It's just doing what it do. Like it's wacky, like we're in love, blah, blah, blah. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need explanation. It's not that kind of show. So it's good. Still watch it.
You watching Violet Evergarden?
No.
Because I don't know. It got tweeted at me. It got tweeted at somebody. Who
Violet Evergarden's old.
Yeah. How old is it?
Violet Evergarden. I think it's old as fuck. Like,
is it?
It's not like 90s
it was new-ish.
old, but it's like it's got to be 10 years old.
Is it? Wow.
Or maybe I'm wrong.
I think it popped up on on Crunchy the other day, but Crunchy, you know how that happens. They get new stuff and then it pops up. But it popped up and then I saw it on someone's Twitter feed and I was like, this looks interesting to me. Like, it sounds interesting. Anyway, sorry. I just brought it up because I thought it was more recent than maybe it is.
I do not remember, honestly. Feel free to call me an asshole. Like
I have no clue.
I mean, people have been talking about it forever, but I just don't remember. For some reason,
it all kind of bleeds together.
Yeah. Oh, when you watch that much anime, it's just like all I can think of is Mermaid Forest. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's not Mermaid Forest, obviously.
What was the other one? Pre-tier. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Sensual Awakening. Anyway, I'm gonna investigate Violet Evergarden now that you've mentioned it.
Shield Hero, Legend of Galactic Heroes. So we screwed up a couple weeks ago. Legend of Galactic Heroes, the new episode then was Lowengram the Reformer. So it was all about how hard it is to be Lowengram and how he's got to do all the hard work, reform things, and all the people that tried to take him out over the years.
Yeah, he's trying to like not really make it democratic, but make it like not as imperial.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep. Well, because the Imperial family was so corrupt.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like cleaning house. Who he's going to keep, who he's going to, execute.
It was interesting. And then the other one...
They do space politics really good.
They do. They're up there with Gundam as like the best space politics.
Oh man, it just scratches that itch.
And the other one was the crazy plan that engineer that everybody hates has.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm gonna axe this guy, but this plan's kind of cool. Oh yeah, because there's
this crazy plan, like, look, we got a space fortress, like basically a giant Death Star that guards like the corridor between the Free States Alliance or Free Planets Alliance, Free Planets Alliance, and the oh my god.
The Empire.
The Empire.
Yeah, it's like the fucking
I can't remember
Galactic
the exact,
Empire.
The Galactic Empire. Or, no, Galactic Empire is Star Wars. It's got another name.
Do you think they even care?
I can't remember, man. There's a million names and a million characters in Legend of Galactic Heroes. I love it, but it's, you gotta have like
Let's refer to it as the Empire.
Unique Krieg notes.
The only way the Empire can attack the free planets is through this corridor.
And vice versa. There's one corridor of space. Why the hell that is, I don't freaking know.
Well, they're wicked far apart, and for some reason, that's like the fastest way to get through.
Yeah, but it's not even the fast. It's like the only way. It doesn't. I don't know. There's something to do with the engines.
Whatever. There's a fucking Death Star in the middle, and the Empire used to control the Death Star, which is why they could get deep into
in a couple seasons
Free
ago,
Planet's territory.
The Free Planets Alliance took the Death Star.
But then your boy Yang Wen Li,
he didn't blow it up. He took it.
Yeah, man. Fucking those episodes. Such shenanigans.
Oh, they're excellent. They're excellent in the original. They're excellent in the new one. They're just very good. And then, so now this guy.
So they want it back bad.
Yeah. Then this engineer's like, no, man, we can't take it with ships. We got this other super space fortress. We're just going to like
sneak it over there.
Freaking warp it in there right in front of it. And boom.
Oh, yeah. They have like untested warp technology in there. We're just going to blast it in there.
I don't know how this is going to end.
He's like, does that shit work? And he's like, I don't know. We're going to find out.
I don't know. This is like, it's not quite Gunbuster tier, but it's getting there. It's like a Gunbuster tier plan.
That's some
like,
space shenanigans.
I'm going to throw planets at planets. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what
attacking a
happens
fortress with a fortress is pretty metal.
I can't wait to see how it plays out. But it was a very interesting episode. You see a little bit of the politics behind it, why they don't like this guy, but then, getting
his plan sounds cool.
Getting the different admirals on board, and then figuring out who to lead the attack, and it can't be the best admiral. Like the political nature of it, where it's like, well, it's not going to be our two best admirals
because we don't want to get them smoked.
Yeah, and like these other admirals actually need to kind of. They need a win, but if they don't get the win and we got to throw them under the bus, it's probably better they get thrown under the bus. So
yeah,
it's fascinating.
And when was the last time you've seen any Death Star and Death Star violence?
I know, right?
Never.
Something Star Wars didn't do. They're just
Literally,
let's have another
never.
Death Star with a weak point.
Aren't they like three
again
or four?
And again and again?
Aren't they like 3 or 4 Death Stars deep at this point? Let's just do it.
They just turned every Star Destroyer into a Death Star. Don't watch the new Star Wars trilogy. Garbage.
Such a shame.
It was bad enough when they rehashed that shit in Return of the Jedi. At least it had the cool, flying into the Death Star scene.
Right. Oh, anyway, check out... the fuck was it? Give me a second. The Executioner and Her Way of Life. It was a pleasant surprise. It was like a cool angle, because everything's got to be fucking isekai.
Yeah, of course.
It's a cool angle on isekai.
There are no other genres. There is only isekai.
Basically, it's your standard isekai thing where people from another world just summon people, only from Japan, which is wicked funny. And this other world is filled with Japanese crap because so many people have been summoned. But when they summon people, obviously they have magical powers, and that fucks everything up all the time. Evil sorcerers will summon a guy, and he'll have this awesome power, and they'll just convince him that everyone else is evil, and it just it's mayhem, just chaos. So now it's illegal. It is 100% forbidden to summon people into this world, but people still do it. So they have these it's basically a church that trains these fucking murder nuns to find people that have been summoned and then execute them. But it's the whole episode is a troll because you think this chick is oh, she's a nun or whatever, priestess or whatever the fuck it was, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna help this poor kid who's lost, and it's very innocent. He's oh, I'm lost in another world, blah blah blah. And then at the end of the episode, his powers awaken. He's ha ha ha, I'm a god now. And she's just stabbing the throat. It just flips
We've reached the meta. We've reached the isekai meta.
They reached the meta ages ago, but it's
but this is the pinnacle.
I only watched the first episode, but it's a really cool riff on that. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, check it out, man. It's new this season, so you all should go check it out.
Is there something I'm forgetting?
Probably.
It's too late, man.
Yeah, it's too late. You know what it's time to talk about? It's time to talk about the Exodite. So Warhammer Plus, there's probably other ways to watch it besides Warhammer Plus. So I know, it's definitely not worth it if you're not someone who plays the game and wants access to like the app with all the stats, and you don't want, and there's other ways to get that too, but you know what I mean? Like, or the model, like, if you play the game, just getting the model, which I haven't got yet. What the hell? Ship that shit to me, GW. But like the model alone is worth the like $40 a year, whatever you pay for it. So to me, it's basically free. Like I don't mind that it's kind of sparse in content, and I want them to make more. But the Exodite, so they released the Exodite, so it's Warhammer 40K, Warhammer 40,000, whatever. It's about the Tau. So the Tau are the space weeaboos, the space Japanese, basically. Well, they're basically space communists.
They're commie space weebs.
But their visuals are all very Japanese. Like their armor looks very samurai.
They fly giant robots.
They have giant robots and not like big stompy knight-looking robots like anime-looking goddamn mecha, right?
Yes.
Like they are the anime faction. Like,
they have lots and lots of antennae.
If someone who likes anime a lot comes to me and they ask me what faction to play, it's always going to be play Tau. Anyway, it's about them, and they're fighting the Imperium of Man, which is the biggest empire, right? It's humanity, and
it's very self-explanatory. The Imperium of Man.
They're a bunch of zealots. They're a bunch of I guess they're religious zealots, but it's more like the universe has burned them so hard, so many times that they're just like, no, fuck aliens, fuck chaos, fuck gods, fuck everybody.
We're gonna kill everything.
We're gonna kill everything we see. And we're just gonna rule the universe or rule the galaxy, because it's not the universe. You rule the galaxy because the hell with this. We're sick of getting screwed over. We're sick of horrendous things happening. So like, so they're fighting the Imperium. Imperium's not even. They're just here to die basically in this one, because the real story is about a singular Tau trying to get revenge. And a singular Eldar, so space elves, basically. So hoity, live forever, asshole space elves.
They're so obnoxious.
An Exodite, if you will, who's like on this planet while the Tau and the Imperium, the humans, are fighting each other. There's an Eldar there who's up to nefarious deeds. And this Tau is trying to stop him and like get some revenge, because I guess the Eldar screwed over her planet or her master or whatever before, her mentor. So it's 3 episodes. They're like 10 or 11 minutes each, so it's really like 30 minutes. I'm sure if someone has uploaded somewhere, it's 30 minutes. It's one thing. Michael Ironside does the voice of the Exodite, really cool. And it's 3D CG. It's about the level. It's not the style of, but it's about the same level of like newer Star Wars, Clone Wars, Bad Batch, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like it looks a hell of a lot better than like Rebels did, right?
It's very impressive.
And the art style is better. I think it's a little less cartoony.
Everything's grimy as fuck,
but it's really good. The Tau designs are awesome.
If you happen to play Tau, you get to see like she's in a stealth suit, and it's like really well animated. It's
very cool. Like the animation's pretty good. The designs are good. The Eldar stuff looks great, and then there's some cool twists at the end, but. I don't have too much to say about it because there's not much going on there really, and it kind of is just a setup for, hey, maybe we do some more of this. But it's nice. Like I really like the look of it. Does it look as good as like a Astartes? No, it doesn't. But it's not that far off.
Fucking step up,
and it's a hell of a lot more sustainable. Like something like Astartes is, that would cost a lot of money to do consistently.
Big monies.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens there, because I think a lot of their better stuff is yet to come out. But yeah, the Exodite, it's cool. It's got your space Japanese super communists. If you
play Tau, it's like pure fucking robot porn.
And there's some Titan combat too, which is pretty cool. I didn't see any.
That ridiculous. It wasn't a Wraith Knight. It was like a Wraith Titan or something.
I didn't see any of the large. I was a little disappointed. I didn't see any of the larger Tau battle suits.
No Riptide, son.
I didn't see Riptide.
No Riptide, so Ghost Kills.
No Storm Surges. What about a Supremacy armor? Like,
yeah, the biggest thing they had was fucking Crisis suits,
and maybe
which isn't that big at all.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like, I was a little surprised.
I think that might have been a Manta.
I think it was,
because if those were Titans, that had to have been a Manta, right? It was hard to judge scale.
Yeah, it was, because initially I thought they were Knights. So in Warhammer, there's various sizes of mechs. Think of it like Super Robot Wars, where like you might have some mechs that are like 8 meters tall, and other ones that are freaking like
300 meters tall.
Yeah,
like,
enormous, like ridiculous. So
Daiton 3, I'm looking at you.
yeah, I think that was like 100 something, but still giant. So yeah, it's cool. I would recommend seeking it out in whatever way you could, even if you're not a fan of Warhammer. It's just it's a cool little animation.
It's fun,
and it's animated well. It's just good.
It's just a good basic story too.
Yeah.
Like you don't even know anything about Warhammer. It's like this guy fucked over this guy. This chick wants revenge. She gets her ass handed to her. Stuck in another something
Stupid web way.
Yeah. And you get to see like, god, those ridiculous, so many cool things animated. You know
The Wraith, the Wraith Titans. I thought they were Wraith Lords. They're not the Wraith Titans. Like the
big.
Elder ones. They're so giant. They look so cool.
Just hacking fucking like Warlord Titans' legs off and shit.
Yeah.
So wild.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being on a planet where something that big was like running that fast? Just like
no, I don't want to imagine it. No. Sounds terrifying.
Nobody wants to be in the Warhammer universe.
Yeah, only dumb people.
It'll be cool, guys. I'll be in the guard. Like,
oh yeah, that'll end well.
Eaten by a fucking like corn cultist.
15 seconds, isn't that your?
Yeah,
or 15 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's pretty
survivability in the guard.
Pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. So anyway, that's that's the Exodite. You know, it's on an obscure platform, so you know if you got to do other things, I'm not going to judge you.
Yeah, but if you can hunt it down,
if you hunt it down,
it's a fun watch.
It's worth hunting down.
Boom.
All right,
it's
question.
Time. Question of the week. So everybody like fucking jizzes in their pants over like G.I. Joe, He-Man, Transformers.
The ideas are cool, even if a lot of the original animation leaves
to be
desired.
Nostalgia, man. Thundercats. You know the drill. What are your top 3 that aren't those from back then?
Whoa.
We're going Saturday morning cartoons.
Top 3 non-anime.
Top 3.
So I'm cutting anime out.
Top 3 American 80s
American cartoons that aren't the obvious, right? So kind of like Forgotten Gems.
Yep.
So not...
There had to have been, like, I can think of a bunch that I watched that I was super into that weren't, like, super as popular, you know what I mean?
And not the obvious. Okay, so this one isn't necessarily good, but it's hilarious. Fucking Herculoids.
That was like one of my top ones, yeah.
The Herculoids, man. Crazy dinosaurs that shoot like rocks at things.
I'm gonna counter you with Inhumanoids.
No, Inhumanoids is dope. So Herculoids, I'll just say it's really old. Check it out. It's kind of cool. It's kind of funny. It's
100% like somebody has it up on YouTube.
It's very memey. I want to go to Humanoids because I didn't even think about that one. You're 100% right. That shit. Like, I don't know if it scared me, but it definitely disturbed me as a kid.
Right? It's super creepy.
People inside, there's like monsters with rib cages and people inside of the rib cages.
Yeah, man. Oh, did you have the toys?
And the mechs. Oh, the toys were awesome.
I
had a couple of them.
Wild, yeah.
And they were big too. Like,
yeah, they're massive.
Oh, man. Yeah, and Humanoids were freaking awesome.
It was a good show.
Oh, I didn't watch that one. What was the mecha one that came out like the early 90s? I never watched it.
Mecha one.
That was similar. I don't know. We're not going to remember it here, so it's not worth the
it's
not worth the airtime. But
later.
There is a very good mecha one that was not Japanese. It was an American one that was very good. I've heard it's very good. Obviously, I said I didn't watch it. I have not watched it. But yeah, Inhumanoids. Check out Inhumanoids. It only had like a very limited run of episodes.
Like I said, somebody probably uploaded it on my YouTube. Like easy to find.
Kind of definitely a forgotten gem. Yeah, if you want to watch G.I. Joe, it's running 24/7 because Hasbro runs it. But
which is nice.
Which is pretty nice. You can see how freaking wacky it is. But yeah, Inhumanoids. I'm with you on that one. All right, give me another one. Hit me up.
Fucking Inspector Gadget.
Well, I mean, that's not a forgotten classic. It's Inspector fucking Gadget, man.
It's not one of like the top 5.
It's pretty big.
Okay, fine. Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling.
Oh my God, no. If you have that one, I'm gonna go with the one that had Wayne Gretzky and
that was the worst.
I can't remember that Super Friends.
Oh my
one.
God, it was so funny.
Or the one with I keep thinking Mike Tyson, like it's Mike Tyson's Mysteries. Watch that, by the way, it's awesome. R.I.P. Fucking Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald.
But
brutal.
Not Mike Tyson's Mystery. It was Mr. T. Mr. T and like his ridiculous gymnast squad.
What the fuck was it? It was
God.
like Mr. T's something.
I don't know, but the damn song stuck in my head.
Yeah, it was like Mr. T, and he had a random bunch of gymnasts.
The Alf cartoon. I'll throw that one out there.
Alf cartoon was pretty dope.
I'll throw another one out there that was actually good. The Garfield cartoon.
That was
right when it first started. That was legit.
It was Garfield and Heathcliff were like my two that I thought of.
I mean, Pinky and the Brain, obviously.
That's 90s.
That's a little later. That's 90s.
The next part of the question was going to be like 3 from the 90s. But guess what?
What?
Fucking Gummy Bears.
Gummy
The show was
Bears.
fucking awesome.
Everybody loves Gummy Bears. You know, I never watched Gummy Bears as a kid.
That was a good one.
I mean, I'll say one of the obvious ones that's maybe not as obvious, but DuckTales. Back when Disney didn't suck.
That was on my list too.
DuckTales was bomb. And that was very late 90s, very late 80s. So it was like 80, it might have been 89 even.
Yeah, no, it was late. It was like almost.
It might have been, it was 87 to 89. So it was the first thing I remember watching when my family got cable.
Yeah, right.
But my God, so good. Like the original DuckTales is fantastic. Awesome. Fantastic. And leading on to that, if you have any more from the 80s before we jump onto the 90s.
I could go on all day, but we can.
Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
If I want to go to 90s, interrelated Darkwing Duck.
Yep. Classic.
Good stuff.
These don't have to be sleepers, just top 3 from the fucking 90s.
I'm just saying that.
90s is hard because there's a lot of things in there you don't remember.
I'm avoiding the obvious stuff. Like if I go 90s, it's like, yes, the number one non-anime from the 90s is obviously Batman the Animated Series, and anybody who says otherwise is wrong.
You're 100% right.
I mean, X-Men was also good for a while, and the Spider-Man cartoon in the 90s was very good too. But that Batman cartoon it's literally quintessential Batman.
It is the best of Batman. And anybody who isn't an idiot that reviews comics or anything like that, they all agree. That is the best of Batman.
That is Batman.
The best Batman you're ever going to get.
100%. It's got all aspects of Batman perfectly encapsulated.
It's got everything Batman did awesome.
That version of the Joker, Mark Hamill Joker, like permanently ingrained in everybody's memory as the Joker.
Oh my God, his poor voice. I don't know how he can even still talk.
I'm surprised.
He still do it too. Like it pops up all the time.
Yeah, just don't listen to Mark Hamill's opinions on anything. Just follow him as an actor because he's actually really cool.
You need to just like disconnect from the fact that he's a completely crazy person.
He's a crazy person. But being in Hollywood that long.
But he does an amazing Joker voice. Okay, I'm going to slide in Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh, of course. Dexter's Foreign Exchange Boy.
That episode.
The Foreign Exchange Boy episode is like the ode to freaking, anime, mecha anime especially, 70s mecha anime especially.
It's technically like the last episode they did, I believe.
It was the last episode they did before. Like, they did a lot more after that, but it was like different voice actors.
There was like a hiatus for like a few years, but that was like the last. It was like it was like almost movie length.
It was so good. It brought together the Super Friends.
Yes.
The Infraggable.
It was everything. The Infraggable Crunk.
Fucking Valhalla. The Viking God of Rock.
Capital G.
Oh my God. So good. So good.
What was the other one?
Monkey. Had Monkey.
Monkey, the superhero monkey. Are you telling me that my monkey is really Monkey, the superhero monkey?
Anyway, yeah, Dexter's Lab, of course. I mean, the original Powerpuff Girls.
Yep.
Like, if you didn't know something was good when, like, they're literally punching teeth out of a dude that looks like the devil.
So good.
I mean, come on. And Bubble Vicious is one of the most classic. Like, watch that episode and tell me it's not good. Like, if you want to see if Powerpuff Girls is good, watch Bubble Vicious. Oh my God, so goddamn good. Not 2000s fucking Powerpuff Girls. It went woke and it was terrible. There's the I've never watched it, but there's the Japanese version. Was it Powerpuff Girls Z or whatever the hell it was?
Oh yeah, the anime. I've never.
There's
watched
an anime.
that.
I've never watched it. I wonder if it's good.
Probably fucking funny.
I bet you it's pretty good. But yeah, the original. Oh my God, the original. Fucking Mojo Jojo, man. So good. Oh, 90s. How I would be cursing myself later if I hadn't said this one. The Tick. The original Tick.
It's on my list.
Oh my God, the Tick.
Oh, who's the guy that did the voice?
Oh, I cannot. Oh, Billy. Was it Billy West?
No, for the
Billy West is like everybody.
I thought it was that guy with the awesome voice.
Oh, I don't remember who did the voice.
He's got that like beefy low voice.
But he's amazing.
Damn it.
No, he did the live action one. You talking about Brock Sampson?
Yes.
No,
that was the other one. Yeah.
He was the original live action Tick, not the newer one. He would as an actor, obviously. He didn't just do the voice. Patrick Warburton.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, he was the live action. Yeah,
he's
Venture Brothers, obviously.
He has so many good voices.
Yeah,
anyway,
that guy's amazing.
Fucking Ren and Stimpy.
Oh yeah, Ren. First season and a half ish, 2 seasons. Ren and Stimpy goes south pretty quickly.
It really does.
But
Ren and Stimpy is one of those weird ones. It's kind of like Zim, where like
oh my god, Zim.
the
That's 2000s, but
like
so
the crazy hippie ladies who ran Nickelodeon at the time, like wouldn't let him do a lot of stuff, and he wanted to do way too much weird stuff.
Oh yeah.
So like
it kind of balanced out early on.
Yeah, like balanced out.
Then he
for,
got
like,
too much
couple seasons.
control.
I guess.
I
Yeah,
mean,
don't know.
Beavis and Butthead, obviously.
It's a good one.
Rocko's Modern Life, not the freaking movie they did on Netflix.
I was gonna mention Rocko's.
Hot trash, but the original series, awesome. Cow and Chicken. Cow and Chicken was
Cow
pretty
and
damn
Chicken's
funny
pretty
back in
funny.
the day.
Oh, you know, this is a good one. Gargoyles.
Everybody loves Gargoyles, man.
Gargoyles, that was good.
If we're gonna go back to Cartoon Network, sir, Johnny Bravo.
That was on my list
Come
too.
on, Johnny Bravo.
Fantastic. I don't know who the fuck Johnny Bravo was for.
It's for me
Yeah, it was
right
like-
now.
I
it's
felt
great.
like it was specifically for me, but like back in the day, because it was like
hilarious.
it was not for kids.
He's always getting clowned by his neighbor girl. Like
Yeah,
little girl's
right.
always clowning him. Like,
Oh, like why are you hanging out with this girl? Why is she always clowning your ass?
oh my god, it's hilarious.
So weird.
Johnny Bravo was the best.
It's pretty fucking funny.
And you know, when you think about it, like I guess the message isn't the best, but I don't care. It's hilarious.
The message, it had no message. It was just
Well,
like
the message feels like proto social justice almost. You know what I mean?
a big dumb white guy.
The big dumb boy who like lives with his mom and gets like clowned on all the time.
That was like a trope back in the day, though.
But it was funny. I don't give a shit because it was well written. It was funny.
No, but I mean, it was a trope back in the
Plus,
day.
he was a clown, so he actually was a clown.
That was the point.
He wasn't like doing his best. Like, no, Johnny Bravo's a clown.
I'm not gonna waste time like on
No.
Futurama.
No, I mean
Or The
obviously
Simpsons.
Futurama, Family Guy. When the first run before it got originally canceled,
Yeah, it was like 1 or 2 seasons.
that was very good.
excellent.
Like, look, Family Guy, love it or hate it, it's fallen off a cliff a bit. Like I could say South Park. I mean that was late 90s.
Family Guy just got amazingly derivative.
yeah, and too many non sequiturs. But
It was only non sequiturs.
early on, my Family Guy was good. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of stuff, man. The 90s was a bit of a golden
Fucking
age.
Batman Beyond. Almost forgot about that one.
Yeah, I mean, that all ties together. Any of that stuff, like
I don't
Batman,
know if it
the newer
was-
adventures. I didn't like I like the animation style of the original Batman better than any of the stuff that came after it. Even Justice League, it got a little too stylized.
Yeah.
Justice League is still amazing, so I'm not shitting on it. It's just, if they stuck with that original Batman style, the original Batman style was so like 30s. It was so cool. Batman or Superman, the animated
It
series
had
was
that
good.
like awesome noir, like
Oh yeah. But I mean, Superman was good. Like all that stuff was good, right? Batman Beyond was even good. You'd think it'd be bad. It wasn't. It was good. And it picked up right where like a lot of those Marvel cartoons had really fallen off at that point.
oh yeah,
It was like watching slideshows. It was terrible.
right. Captain Planet and the Planeteers. No,
No,
No.
absolutely not.
not into it.
Absolutely not.
Oh, the '90s. Shame on you.
Yeah.
Fucking Beast Wars.
Beast Wars animation is rough. It's really
Yeah,
rough. The
it's
story is excellent.
Kind of eye cancer.
It is I'm going to say it is the best Transformers story they've ever done on TV.
I think so.
By far. Story is excellent. The animation will make you want to gouge your eyes out. So
Oh
very
shit!
bad.
You know what I forgot about? Remember the Bill and Ted cartoon?
No. No, I do not.
I'm gonna pretend I never saw it. Oh, going back to the '80s. You know what's a good one? Mask.
Yeah.
Everybody sleeps on
Mask is good. Cops.
Yes,
That was good.
that was excellent.
Yeah. What was the space?
Dungeons
Starhawks.
and Dragons. Starhawks.
Starhawks.
Yeah.
I know D&D cartoon. A lot of people love that. I was.
I don't
never into
love it.
that.
I just thought it was comical.
Starhawks was cool though,
Because
because that had.
Oh, I'm gonna end it with this
All right.
for
Let's
'80s.
do it.
Fucking Snorks. I fucking loved. Snorks.
I love the Snorks too.
Fucking love them.
I never got into gummy bears, but the Snorks were my jam. Hey, I liked the Smurfs back in the day. All right, I was a young child.
Even though they're filthy communists.
They are filthy communists, filthy French communists.
The worst kind.
I can say that I'm mostly French. Well, more than half French.
I'm not French at all. But oh man, there's a RoboCop cartoon. I forgot about that.
There was. It wasn't good.
I know.
There was a lot of garbage.
How the fuck can you do a proper like
You can't.
RoboCop cartoon.
You cannot.
On Saturday morning.
Hey,
is he gonna shoot a guy in the dick on like with his machine gun?
Hey, it's Clarence Bodiger. Yeah, he's gonna clothesline somebody through a cold case. He's going to shoot a guy in the dick. He's gonna punch another guy out a window, even though he could just arrest him.
And then Clarence Bodiger is gonna come in,
and then he's gonna stick
leave.
yeah, and then he's gonna stick his middle finger frickin' like blade through Clarence Bodiger's neck. Oh wait, you can't do that.
Clarence Bodiger, that's what you get.
Oh my god.
At
Anyway,
any rate,
that was a good trip down memory lane. I like that.
Fun.
There's a bunch of things that you could all go check out. You know, if you want to watch some weird old cartoons.
It's fun.
I mean, honestly, out of all that shit, one, in Humanoids, I think that's really a forgotten gem.
Yes.
And two, for the love of God, if you haven't watched Batman the Animated Series, just watch it. It's on HBO Max. You can also buy the Blu-ray set. I'd say just buy the damn Blu-ray set
because I'm that hard.
I did too, man. It's awesome. It's so good. It is quintessential Batman. I know you might be sick of Batman now. Oh, he's in every movie. This is This is like boiled down to its absolute essence.
Yes, there's no other Batman but this. Everything is a cheap imitation.
This is the Dragon Ball Z of Batman. Goddamn it!
It really is. Anyway, look up Wuzzles too while you're bored.
Oh, Wuzzles.
Wuzzles sucked. It was just to sell those Wuzzles toys.
Anyway,
it's time.
It's time. It's time to talk about it. The absolute stone cold classic of scenes going by really slowly while throat singing goes on.
It's so hilarious. Like, if you've watched the past few episodes, we've been doing all the, like...
Oshii. Not Oshii.
No.
We did Oshii before. We did a bunch of Oshii stuff before.
Yeah.
Mamoru Oshii, who directed this.
But we've been on, like, the Masamune Shirow train.
Masamune Shirow train.
But this is where the trains collide. Because it's, like, all Masamune Shirow characters, his general style, cyberpunk as fuck.
Although his style is mostly gone here. I will say that. Like, it's there in the background, but like if you look at the comic and you look at the Major in the comic, she looks like a character that could exist in any other Masamune Shirow thing.
Yes.
Could exist in Appleseed, right? Could exist in Dominion,
well, I
right?
mean, his art style is way different. I just meant like...
But I'm just saying, it's kind of interesting because like the actual looks of everything, including the buildings and the people and everything, are very Oshii. Very, very, very Oshii.
Oh, this thing is it stinks of Oshii.
Oh, this reeks of Oshii.
Like, you put it in the Blu-ray player and you could smell it. It smells like Oshii. It's probably the most Oshii thing I've ever seen, besides Jinro.
Yes, this and Jinro are the height of Oshii. And Jinro was the thing I think he did, if not right after this, like damn near. Like they might have been.
Yeah, this was
back
95. I think Jinro was like 97 or something.
Yeah, or it was 99. They're right around the same time. Like it's peak Oshii. It's peak mid to late 90s Oshii, where he did like Pat Labor through this. Like
yep.
But yeah, Ghost in the Shell. What are we talking about? We're talking about Ghost in the Shell. Not Standalone Complex, not Arise, not 2045.
Not Sack.
Standalone Complex is cool. I don't like some of the tweaks they made, but Standalone Complex is actually good. And the Tachikomas are funny. But this is not that. This is the original goddamn movie. The original goddamn movie where almost nothing happens. It's got a few existential surface level philosophy conversations, and it's got about 30 minutes of fucking slow scenery that looks gorgeous, but you're like, what does this have to do with anything? Why am I looking at mannequins again? I don't know.
It's 100% Oshii. It's like as Oshii as you can get.
I was so happy to go back to it and watch it with jaded eyes instead of like fresh anime eyes.
Oh yeah, because the first time I watched it, I'm like, oh my god, it's the greatest.
It's the greatest. I watched it now and I'm like, it's very good, and I like it for what it is, but I can now see it for what it is and not just I do appreciate that it has that 80s, early 90s callback to hyperviolence. Like
hyperviolence and max titties.
Oh yeah, all over the place. Like it doesn't mess around.
You can't turn around without running into a titty.
You really can't. You really can't. It's a great place
because the Major has to like strip all her clothes off to use her thermoptic like camouflage.
Yeah, and the only thing she has on is like literally a clear skin tight bodysuit. That is the thermoptic camouflage.
Except on her legs, she has like, I don't know, weird.
She has like, white like thigh highs on herself just to make it dirty.
She's essentially, it looks like she's naked except for these like white thigh high stockings. Like,
oh my god,
what in the fuck are you doing?
So dirty. But yeah, if you watch the movie, the newer movie with Scarlett Johansson, that is based primarily on this, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the original. They based it mostly on that, although they really made some weird turns. This is the original. So you get the Major, and the movie's really about the Major.
Michael Bay Evangelion, it is not.
Yeah, no. Major Kusanagi, right? Who's not Major Mary, whatever bullshit that was from the stupid newer movie.
Remember.
Major Motoko Kusanagi, who's, no one. So people have cyber bodies, people have cyber brains. The cyber brains still have pieces of your original brain, but no one's sure. Like, you can implant memories. Like, are my memories real? Do I even know who I am? Like, there's a lot of existential, like, oh God, like, I don't even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, like, what is even consciousness?
Yeah, what is consciousness? What's reality? I mean,
that's Oshii shit.
That's very Oshii.
He loves
and when you
stuff.
think about it, like, we're just brains in a jar. You know what I mean? Like,
brains in a meat tube.
You're, what, 10? I don't even know how many pounds a brain is. A couple pounds.
Yeah.
You're a couple pounds of
1.6 pounds. That sticks
whatever
in
it
my
is.
brain.
You're like a couple. You're a couple pounds of like jelly floating in a meat suit, and who knows what reality actually is? You assume it is what you see, but it deals with a lot of that. It deals with can consciousness form from an AI? Can it form on the internet? And this is from the mid '90s, so it was very ahead of its time in that regard.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Hollywood did a ton of those movies after that too.
They did,
like in the early 2000s.
Oh, the influence that Ghost in the Shell. The one kick she gives to the guy, the guy when she's in her thermal optic camouflage, the one guy with the machine gun.
Yes,
is the Wachowski brothers lifted it
directly,
exactly for, and some of the falling scenes they lifted exactly too for scenes for oh Jesus, what's her name? Trinity. For Trinity in the Matrix, right? Like, I mean, 1-to-1 lifts. They are exact, right? Which, hey, fair enough, right? Like, it's good source material. Why not use it?
Back then, they probably assumed that no one like over here would ever see it. So.
But yeah, it's Mamoru Oshii's looks with like a Masamune Shirow backbone, and the two kind of create something amazing together, right? Like, not much happens in it. Again, it's all about the puppet master, right? Where they're searching this one guy who's hacking people's brains and forcing them to do stuff, and you can't quite figure out why or what's going on.
The idea of like hacking someone's brain and making them do something,
it's scary.
so
Implanting memories. Like that poor guy who was looking at a picture of himself and his dog. He's like, no, this is my wife and kids. And you're like, oh Jesus, that's awful.
Yeah, you can't get the memories out once they've, so he's like totally fucked.
And if you see Standalone Complex, it's got a subset of the characters. It's got Bateau, it's got the chief.
Bato's the shit.
I can't remember, Ishikawa or whatever. It's got the one beardy guy.
Aramaki's the old guy.
No, it's the beardy guy who does like all the intel and stuff. Because he's also in Standalone Complex, but it's missing a lot of other guys that are in there. It's got Togusa. Togusa's always the best. I love that guy. His Mateba. He's like the smartest guy in this one.
Yeah, Togus is like classic detective. And like it's smart because he asks the Major, like, why the fuck am I the only regular guy in this, section of like all basically
all cyborgs, almost
heavily
modified
cyborgs.
And they look human, so it's not like Briarios, right? Like,
yeah, that's the other thing. They're like, even Bato looks human except for his eyes.
But a lot of people have that, right? They have the robot eyes.
Exactly.
But yeah, he asked the question. Yes,
he asked the Major, like, "Why the fuck am I here? Like, I'm just like
a detective.
I don't like." He has like implants so they can like access the net and all that stuff. But he's like 100% human. She's like, if you got like 6 people that are all exactly the same, they're going to see everything exactly the same. Like, we need regular guy.
And like they could be hacked or
and
whatever.
He's like
else.
A cop, so he's an awesome detective. He does 90% of the
My one
work.
bitch was Standalone Complex.
Yeah, they really
that
shit on
took us to
Togusa.
see, and they shouldn't have screwed that up. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, they gave him fucking cybernetic eyes.
Or they gave him a cybernetic brain where you could hack him in such a way. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that.
Anyway, his whole point was he wasn't hackable, and they made him hackable.
No Tachikomas in this, by the way. There is a Connie tank at the end, but no Tachikomas.
Come on, there's always a Connie tank.
So of course there is. It's Oshii. Not Oshii. It's Shirow. Of course.
That was the best thing about Standalone Complex was the fucking Connie tanks.
Oh, yeah. Tachikomas are great.
Tachikomas are hilarious. Like, let's take tiny spider tanks and give them little girl voices.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I love the character designs. The Major's kind of beastie, but they did that intentionally, and they even reference it, which is interesting, right? Like that.
Oh, where she's trying to open up the tank, she like rips her arms off.
I love the attention to detail where like she's so heavy. Like when she jumps, when she uses her, because she's obviously got more strength than a human. well, she is human, but she's got a robot body. Whatever. She's a cyborg. So when she jumps and she lands, she just crunches the ceiling panel.
Yeah, she's like 600 pounds or something.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, she may look like she's maybe she's a 5'8", 5'10" woman, but she's weighs a ton. It's like Dorothy and Big O.
Yeah, they mentioned that on remember when Togus is like,
yeah, he's looking at trying to figure out. So there's a lot of politics in this, like Section 6 and Section 9.
These guys are going up the elevator, and like two guys come through, and the door closes like a few seconds later than it should have.
Yep.
So he suspects a third person is there. And then they're talking about like,
the pressure sensors on the cars in the
garage.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, it's like this much pounds, but neither of those guys are cyborgs, so it should be like, several 100 pounds less.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of cyborgs in the car with them, right?
Yeah.
That they snuck in.
Because cyborgs are like probably twice what a regular human weighs.
Yeah, they're very heavy, right? So it's interesting.
Cool attention to detail.
And like the whole relationship between Bato and the Major, and how the Bato cannot understand her at all. He's just like, why you have these existential crises? Like, he's just very simple.
Yeah, he's just like,
not dumb, but he's just very simple. Like,
he's very Briarios in that.
Yeah.
He's just like the big, simple. Like,
he deals with reality as it is. He's not thinking about the deeper questions. He doesn't. He probably doesn't want to think about the deeper questions.
He kicks ass and chews bubblegum. That's his game.
I love Bato, man. Best character.
And he's always there to clean up her messes, too. Like, you need that guy.
Yeah, because she's a maniac. She just goes and does stuff.
Like I said, trying to open, like, a tank hatch, and she just rips her arms off. That's an awesome scene.
Oh,
like, all the crazy shit going on under her skin.
All the musculature that keeps getting bigger and bigger, and then it just starts
animated
breaking.
so good, and it's just like she rips both her arms
So that's
off.
a good segue. The animation in this is, I mean, it's
For the
top notch.
time,
And even the CG is used right. It's not used for things that they can't use it for. It's used for, like, oh, I'm viewing something, in the net, or I'm viewing something this way, or on a screen where,
it all makes sense.
It makes sense, and actually, they've gotten to the point where it looks pretty good.
Yeah, for 95, it's fucking
It's
pretty
excellent.
good.
It's excellent. And, it's basically a bunch of existential conversations wrapped around a plot that's really a bit threadbare.
And there's some really good action
with a couple
scenes.
of twists and intrigue, excellent action scenes, phenomenal animation,
I mean, that's
great character
that's
designs.
what you're there for, like machine
That
gun
is
and
what you're
Connie
there for,
tanks,
right?
And like,
if you want something more, go watch and that's the thing with Ghost in the Shell, right? Like,
there's
okay,
so much
fine.
now.
You can watch Standalone Complex. You can watch Standalone Complex Second Gig. You can watch Arise. You can watch the new one, 2045. Like, there's, it's a great. I would say always watch the original damn movie.
Wasn't Rise
first.
like the prequel?
You can watch the second movie, but don't. I would not suggest it.
The second
not
movie's
great.
just boring.
It's too
like
boring.
the Major's like in the
Oshii
net.
indulged too much.
She doesn't even have a body. It's all this like she's just
Bato is
fucking
like,
around.
I don't know, full of PTSD and whiny. Togus is not as helpful as he used to be.
Yeah,
Like,
it makes not a lot of sense. But
Innocence is not very good.
if you want to watch everything, I guess you have to watch it.
But the original,
I wouldn't recommend it.
Watch the original, because if you like it, and as long as you didn't like it only for like the existential Oshii crap, you're gonna love all the other, all the other stuff.
I think it was
right?
Rise I really liked. That's
I
like
liked
the
the Rise a
prequel.
lot. I gotta
Where
go.
she's, like, way
I have to
younger.
rewatch Standalone Complex, honestly, and Second Gig, because like I was probably harsher on it than I should be. Like, in the modern era where so much stuff is so bad, I bet you it's fine.
I bet you it seems good.
I bet
because
you it's
everything
fine.
else is so bad.
It's not that it seems
I
good.
didn't hate it. It just wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah, it kind of fucks you
You
up.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. Sean's here. Episode's over.
Peace.
Yep. Catch you next week. I'm fucking hungry, too.
I am hungry. Well, that's all for today, everyone. We'd like to thank all of you for tuning into another episode of the Gaijin Animation Appreciation Hour. Please remember to like and subscribe, and may your entertainment be always, well, entertaining.